What's up guys, Danny here with the Gaming Gazebo, and we're bringing you a review for the video game Saints Row 4 for the Xbox 360, PS3, and the PC. Now, a lot of people I know have been questioning the Saints Row franchise for a while, ever since the second game. A lot of people didn't like 3, the way they just went completely over the top. If we all remember playing Saints Row 1 and 2, they were still very similar games. 1 and 2 were very, very similar. They still had that that gang-related, open world, violence type thing. Very realistic, but not so really realistic. It was still, over the top funny, but not as much as the third, and now the fourth game I've taken it. Third game being much more over the top than 1 and 2. Fourth game, blowing it through the roof, blowing it to another universe, to another dimension, to all sorts of virtual realities and different simulations and bunch of confusing things. It's like Inception in a video game. It's literally a video game within a video game within a video game. It's everything Inception without DiCaprio and everybody else. Instead, you're Nolan North, or Troy Baker, depending on who you picked as your voice. But going forward, alright, so the story. If you're expecting an awesome, hilarious, over-the-top, balls-to-the-wall story, like you have been getting with all the other Saints Row games, you're in luck, because it's still here. The craziness from the story, the characters you know and love are still here. Some characters make a grand return. I'm not going to spoil anything, but some characters make a beautiful return. Most of you probably already know who it is. There's quite a few. But just the overall piecing of the story is fun. It's enjoyable. It's great to just sit there and, not have to cry anymore from playing games like The Last of Us. With those type of endings, or like games like a lot of other stuff that we've played this year that just, the stories have been very hard to follow. Not hard to follow, but hard to take in. Very hard to take in. And Saints Row 4 just knocks out the park with their hilarious stupidity and everything else that they do. In the gameplay stands out. Not so much as the story, but it stands out in its own core. It's essentially a superhero game. Like, it's what Prototype 2 should have been. The free running, or the free roaming, super speed, super jump, gliding, ice, fire, telekinesis, stomping on the ground, sending a shockwave into every direction. It's awesome, but it gets very, not repetitive, but pointless. Why give me the option to customize a car and customize my weapon and fully upgrade my weapon and car and all this when I can simply sprint or fly across a map or kill somebody with a fireball? It becomes, the creators give you all the tools to become this ultimate badass, and it's not in a good way. You feel overpowered most of the time. I haven't died once playing this game. It's very overpowering. Like, you are just a beast. You're just walking around destroying things. And if you're looking for, a hard game with, skill, Saints Row 4 isn't it at all. This is a very easy game. Simple. Very, very, very simple to beat. Doesn't take a lot of skill to beat this game, but you're still going to have fun playing it. You're still going to have fun running around, killing aliens and people, and it's with the Saints Row manner, fist fighting with people, knocking people with baseball bats. You can send them flying with your superpowers now. Just anything you want to do with your superpowers, you can basically do it. But except the game's just way too overpowered. They could have done so much more, but they didn't. Like, they gave me too many tools. They gave me the keys to the candy shop, and now I'm full. I don't want to eat anymore. And there's still a lot of candy in there. Like Saints Row 3, people know, I almost perfected that game. Like, I don't perfect open world games. I hate collecting shit. If there's collectibles in open world games, I stay away from them. But in Saints Row 3, I got every single collectible, I did every side mission, I did every activity, I did everything there is to do in that game. And I hate doing shit like that in open world games. Saints Row 4, I don't even want to bother. And the graphics aren't even touched up. It's Saints Row 3 reskinned. It's all it is. It's just a reskinned version of Saints Row 3. You're still placed in steelport, just a virtual reality of steelport with alien ships and stuff. The game's not bad. The game's good. The game's good. So this is a somewhat positive review. But there's just so much that they didn't bother changing at all that still kept me wanting more, But not in that kind of way where, the game was so good, I just wanted more. I was kind of disappointed with what I got. Like, I bought the game and opened it and played it and was just like, wow, that was it. Kind of felt gypped, but not necessarily. Because, I bought the game at my own risk. And that's why I do this. So you guys can choose for yourselves after you listen to me talk, or if you've already bought it and you still want to listen to me talk because I'm hilarious. I'm not that funny. You shouldn't be listening to me talk unless you want reviews. But Saints Row 4, awesome story. Gameplay's decent at its most, apart from the, pros and cons I just mentioned now. Replayability, I'm not going to find myself going back and playing this. I did not get the season pass for this one. I will not go back and play this DLC, more likely. I'll just stay away from it. Do I see a future in Saints Row after this? Probably not. I don't wager them making another Saints Row after this one. It's kind of weird for Deep Silver to buy this. But whatever. Here at the Gaming Gazebo, we're going to give this game a 7 out of 10. Stay tuned for further reviews. Final Fantasy and Diablo 3 coming later this week. See you guys.